We Have Concerns is only made possible through donations from listeners like you. All you have to do is visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Find out about great perks, early episodes, and more. Help us out over at patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. We're on stage last night.
Yeah.
And there's this guy. I mean, I probably shouldn't be saying this on recording it, but anyway.
Cool. I'll just keep recording.
There's a guy.
This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Oh, man. I'm so excited to talk about this story.
Yeah?
I really, really am. Christopher Arnold sent us in this story via wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com. You can also send stories to our subreddit at wehaveconcerns.subreddit.com. .reddit.com. I know stuff.
You know stuff. You're good at the internet, as I think.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
This is a story that got a lot of mainstream play, so people probably have heard about it by now, but I still wanted to talk about it. Do you know Kurt Busch, the NASCAR driver?
Not personally.
Well, I wish we both knew him, because I bet the dude's got some stories. Because here's what happened. Kurt Busch got accused of a little domestic violence with his girlfriend.
Just a little domestic violence.
Yeah, not cool. Not cool. We don't condone any of that.
A bit of domestic violence? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, maybe it was significant. He got accused of slamming her head against the wall, which
oh my God.
is fucked up. But guess what his defense was?
What?
Well, I did not do that, first of all, he said.
Great. That's probably that's like the best defense you can have.
That's the best defense.
I did not do that.
The B story to his defense is not only did I not do that, I couldn't do that because my girlfriend is a trained assassin.
What?
My girlfriend's a trained assassin.
It was Bewitched. I Dream of Jeannie. And then My Girlfriend, the Trained Assassin, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What it was.
The Flying
On Nick at
Nun.
Night. Yeah.
Exactly. He said that she had experience killing drug lords via long-range sniper rifles and close-range combat tactics. It's a little CQC. Including the use of knives and poison. And that she would come home at night with blood on her clothes from the bad guys that she assassinated.
Well, like,
So my first question...
I want to live in a world. This is where I'm going. I want to live in a world where a world-famous NASCAR driver could be secretly dating an assassin.
Yes, I do too.
I want to live in that world.
Yeah.
I want to be there. Flip side, shittiest, most bullshit, fake-ass defense for hitting your girlfriend ever.
Well, yes. Yes. The story gets a lot less fun in the context in which it's in, which is obviously we're gonna do some laughy times about this story, but fuck domestic violence.
Sure.
We don't condone it. We don't think it's funny. We should say that right at the top.
Sure.
However, in a world...
people being an idiot trying to get out of of domestic violence charges is hilarious. Who did he think would buy this? What is his basis?
Do you think there's no possibility this is true?
Tell me why. Tell me why he believes that people will buy this story.
Why?
What is it about? Yeah, what is it about her? What does she do?
Well,
what is she?
She evidently owns two companies.
Okay.
One of which is called the Armed Forces Foundation, which is a nonprofit that provides support for wounded veterans. The other is the Frontline Defense Systems, where her short website bio says she spent the majority of her career in the narcotics and intelligence world.
Doing what, though?
Killing motherfuckers!
Are you sure?
I think so, dude!
Like, is she for real an assassin?
Her quote is, "I'm not a regular mom. I don't drive a minivan. I have two jobs. One of which is killing motherfuckers."
Wait, did you add that to the end of the quote?
The killing motherfuckers part?
Yeah.
Maybe. But it's implied. It's the subtext.
My mom could say that. My mom could say that. I'm not a regular mom. I don't drive a minivan and I have two jobs. My mom could say that.
Yeah, but does she kill motherfuckers?
No, but nobody said anything about killing motherfuckers.
I'm pretty sure it was implied. Dude, just think about this.
Also, my mom has killed some motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, your mom is badass.
Mm-hmm.
if I was a trained assassin lady, what would I want more in my life than a guy who could drive real fast and get me out of situations?
But she's
I
also
gotta get a NASCAR driver as my boy.
sure. I mean, once again, this is a phenomenal couple to have as your main characters in like a primetime
Right.
drama.
Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Yeah, exactly. Like a throwback to these 80s or
Yeah.
early 90s. But here's the thing. If you are a trained assassin and your boyfriend steps to you,
Yeah. Do you prosecute him or do you just
do you really want
CQC him?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you're an assassin, do you really want your name in the papers for your famous boyfriend? Or do you have some people take care of this shit?
That's a compelling case.
But also,
a compelling
like,
argument.
Where, okay, so she works in defense contracting, right? Is that her thing? Like, she's a defense contractor? So
it's
she
all kind of shady and nebulous and unspecific.
Is it shady, nebulous, and unspecific, or do they just not go into detail in the article?
Well, there's maybe that.
Are you taking the fact that they are not going into detail in the article and filling that in your mind?
Well, I think that's what news is nowadays. It's here's the story you want it to be.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to give you the bare minimum information so you can have the story you want it to be.
Because look, man.
This is the story I want it to be.
My dad works for a defense contractor. You know what his title is? Director of Materials.
Oh.
It's his job.
He makes rocket launchers.
To make briefcase rocket launchers.
There you go.
And cufflinks that fire poison darts.
Laser pens?
Laser pens are part of it. Sure.
Awesome.
But mostly what my dad does is double check spreadsheets to make sure they ordered the right shit to build boats.
Well, he has 2 jobs.
Yeah,
and one of them is killing motherfuckers.
What I'm saying is there are some jobs with defense contractors that are
boring.
They're just jobs.
Yeah.
They're just jobs. And so for this guy to be like, well, she works on secret stuff. Well, fuck you, man.
Yeah. Well, he did say that she came home with blood on her clothes.
Yeah, of course. He says that.
Yeah. But maybe
he's saying a lot of things.
That's how she got the blood on her clothes. I didn't do it.
He's saying a lot of things because he hits his girlfriend.
Yeah. What a douche.
And like...
he's ruining this story for me is what he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What an asshole.
So, I mean, I just think it's so strange.
Or maybe he glimpsed all the NSA information and it got downloaded into his brain and he's the one guy that knows everything and he has to be safe, and so they assigned an assassin to stay with him.
This is just the plot of Chuck. You're just doing the plot of Chuck right now. Which was not even, I mean, it wasn't even that great.
Well, but
it was fine.
I mean, maybe it was based on a true story.
Oh.
Maybe it was.
That's why at the beginning of every episode of Chuck, it said consulting producer Kurt Busch.
Yeah. Yeah, now that kind of makes sense.
That's all coming together now. I wonder why they just didn't keep him as a NASCAR driver.
Well, they didn't want it to be implausible. That show.
Implausible, like this man's defense. Why do you jump to that? And what lawyer lets you jump to that?
Yeah.
What lawyer is like, so I was thinking about how I'm gonna get out of this.
Uh-huh.
And you just tell me you're the lawyer.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to advise.
Thank you. I'm gonna say she's an assassin.
Wait, what now?
I'm gonna say she's a government assassin, and that I didn't do it to her, but that I saw too much, and that also she knows how to kill men with her bare hands.
You beat the living crap out of her.
No.
As
drug lords did that.
Drug lords?
Because
as your
she's
legal
an
counsel,
assassin. This is gonna work.
All right. Could you turn off that Michael Bay movie real quick and pay attention to this?
Sure. You do know that I have another Michael Bay movie going on another screen right behind you.
All right.
And then one over there. And then I have a tiny TV.
That's a lot of Michael Bay
I make
movies.
a lot of money at NASCAR. I'm
Yes,
very
you do.
famous. What I got in my bathroom is just a small TV that's constantly playing Michael Bay movies. And then if you lay down on my bed, have you seen this?
I have seen it.
If you lay down on my bed and you look up, Michael Bay movies.
That's a lot of Michael Bay movies. I think you really need... Okay, this is not... As your counsel...
You ever seen True Lies?
I saw True Lies, yes.
True Lies is a great movie.
Well, yeah.
People, yeah.
It's a little similar to your story.
Yes. And that's why it's going to work. Movies are real.
Well, this is not quite as bad as when you wanted to get out of that parking ticket and you said you were asked to go into space and stop that asteroid from hitting Earth.
Only a NASCAR driver. What they did is they sent me up. This is real.
No, I
They
remember.
sent me up with a steering column and a wheel, and my job was to put it into the back of the asteroid and steer it away from Earth.
Remember.
I got a medal. I can show you the medal.
No, it's chocolate. That metal is made out of chocolate.
I can show you it.
I know. I don't understand why they would have given you a chocolate medal.
Because they're delicious.
Okay.
And I did good work.
All right. Well, I mean, we can go with this defense if that's what you really like to do. I think people are going to find it
It's not a defense, man. This is real. This is real life.
All right.
Wait, shut up. Hold on. Look at Nick Cage's hair blow in the wind after he gets off that plane.
Yeah.
Look at that taste of freedom.
He's very happy.
Yeah,
he's a rocket man.
Okay, sorry. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't be a party to this. I think it's a load of horse shit. Is what I think it is. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Oh,
excuse me. Do you know what the president told me after I went into the core of the Earth to stop its magnetic field from flipping?
I don't remember you mentioning that up to this point.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
You would have mentioned that before now.
It was me and Two-Face and the girl from the boxing movie. We were all chosen to go into the Earth and stop the magnetic field from flipping. I'm the reason you're alive today.
Right. I appreciate that, but I don't think that I can be a party to this kind of defense. Do
you know why they sent me down?
Why did they?
Because somebody had to drive the drill.
And you're a driver.
I'm a driver.
Yeah.
I'm a winner.
You're a.
This is gonna work.
All right. Let's do it.
I get paid either way.
That's right. Lawyers. Not standing up for integrity since 1812.
What a weird thing. And, if I have to think about what's actually going on, is there some sort of, mental instability or substance abuse going on with this guy? Or is it just...
Yeah, do you think he really believes it?
Or is it just where I don't think he believes it as much as he believes that other people will believe it. And I want to know what's going on in his mind.
He's like, I got to come up with something that is as awesome as people think I am.
Yeah.
I'm
so really awesome.
They can't think that I just didn't hit her. They got to see there's a reason because I wouldn't just not hit her.
Yeah. Who would just not hit a woman?
Right. The only reason I would not hit her is if she could kill me with her pinky
That's
finger.
what it all comes down to, is this guy believes that he needs to have a reason
what an asshole.
For not hitting a woman. Nobody's going to believe that I just didn't hit a woman. Because who just doesn't hit women? What kind of person just isn't hitting women? What the shit, man?
She would have killed me if I had hit her.
There needs to be some sort of international intrigue, super spy toughness to this story, so people believe that I wouldn't hit her.
I thought this story was cool until we started talking about it.
I didn't think this story was cool at all.
Well, I think it's kind of cool, the idea that maybe this chick is the movie version of Angelina Jolie that we've always wanted. Like maybe she's Angelina Jolie. You know? No? Maybe? She can do the splits?
The takeaway is this guy is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway.
That is the takeaway.
I don't know. It seems incredibly strange to me that this guy would even try to get away with this, but it's God bless famous idiots. God bless famous idiots for just giving us headlines like this every once in a while to let us know that when we do go extinct, we deserve it.
Yeah. Way to carve out the bottom of the barrel, buddy.
Thanks, pal. If you've seen a story like this that you would love for us to cover, you can send that to us at wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com. You can also send it into our subreddit, which is wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. That's also the place that you can discuss this episode. And hey, give us money.
We really appreciate that.
We really need your money.
We make the show only because you do that, and we appreciate it. Go to our Patreon, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Find out the fun perks you can get.
Yep. Early episodes, extra bonus content, all kinds of stuff. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.